No issues with your power play tonight?
No, you know what? For the most part, we created chances. We talked about wanting to shoot the puck and create opportunities, and Grignani's a big part of that. He's very deceptive up there. He doesn't telegraph passes, and him and Sis have really developed some chemistry, and Sis has been shooting pretty much from day one. So. We found two units that can make plays, but also, the net front presence of Trop on the other unit had a big goal the other night. So, so far so good, but it has a tendency to go in ways. But as long as, like we said last night, as long as it's creating chances and keeping momentum, we're happy.
What's the news on Thompson?
He's got to see a doctor, but he's hurt.
That maybe fire you guys up a little bit, seeing that?
Yeah, I think, you could tell how quiet it was in the building. You're just scared. You never know. It was good to see him moving, and the fact that he got off the ice. He needed help, but he was walking. It's a dangerous situation. You never want to see that happen to anybody.
It was a slow start to the game, but then the injury fired it up, and you guys were able to tie the game.
Yeah, anytime you start a game like that with a bunch of penalties back and forth, it takes the flow out of the game. I don't think we had all our lines rotate through till about probably the 13-minute mark of the first period. So that has a big effect on the game, and especially when the calls are questionable both ways. So, but you got to find a way to deal with it, and it was chippy a little bit, and then I think after we capitalized on the power play, we settled into our game a little better, and I thought for the most part took over the game.
You were playing your third to three. It was only their second, but it seemed like you guys had more energy. Maybe it was a result of the lineup, spreading the lineup around a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think we used pretty much, we had a lot of guys that just played 2 games, and I think Kujawinski and LeBlanc only won this weekend. So we were able to get everybody in, and, that was by design, but also by necessity as well. And, I think guys are just excited to be back at home, too. We talked yesterday about establishing an identity of being a pressure, up-tempo, aggressive team at home, and the flow of the game can sometimes affect that, but I thought from the second half of the game on, when we did play 5-on-5, we controlled the play most of the time.
Coach, to go off to that, it's got to feel good to get the weekend sweep at home too.
Yeah, absolutely. Friday, it's always tough when you get that, you lose Friday. It puts more pressure on this game to get over 500 on the weekend, and that's something we talked about. But no, the guys did a good job, and I just overall the past 2 games really like the way we played here.
You obviously saw Laredo a little bit at the end of last year. Does it seem like he's picked up from where he left what you saw at the end of last year?
Yeah, I think it's, when you come in at the end of the year, they come from situations in college and junior where their confidence is high. He had a pretty good camp. I'm sampled, experimenting a bit with him at center here. He did have a wrist injury. I still think some of his puck handling maybe hangs on to it a little too long. At times we want him to play with a little more intensity and pace instead of slowing things down, but there's no question the kid can make plays. He broke through a couple of times tonight, so we just wanted to switch it up after Friday night to get a couple different looks and get some chemistry with some of these guys, and I thought him and Bush and Sislo did a good job this weekend.